when we look at how our everyday operating environment has changed to one where we are, operating remotely, and we're seeing, a lot of companies that understandably so just we're not necessarily prepared for this, immediate shift, right? I think somewhere around, a 40% increase in the number of unsecured, remote desktops, email scams related to COVID-19 surged to somewhere near 700% in March, right? Trying to really separate users from their actual credentials and then leverage that in, with some malicious intent or to benefit from it. Given just the emotional and mental aspect of what we're going through as a society, right? Users are that much more susceptible and that much more likely even to just click on something, a COVID-related phishing scheme. I think we're really seeing, again, continued increase in social engineering fraud, trying to exploit the human, which we're always going to see. But really, alongside with ransomware and really wire transfer fraud, right? Whether that's from social engineering or phishing to drive that, but which has really, been crippling for many organizations, and is shining light to, really I think the lack of awareness and understanding of how do we manage this risk, right? Digital risk, cyber risk, through different tools to mitigate it, but also, mechanisms to transfer that risk via insurance, right? And how do those come together and, really protect an organization? From COVID-19, which has disrupted the entire world, forced us all to operate remotely, a lot of which, didn't necessarily have the infrastructure to do so. That could be catastrophic for an organization. You find yourself in a scenario where from 2018 to 2019, we've seen, the number of ransomware claims more than double, and it's only increased since COVID. Right, and ransomware claims account for about 70% of cyber business interruption claims as the leader, and you have to think, right? So if we get hit with that ransomware attack as a small business, we need to figure out who do we first call to deal with this situation. Hopefully, I have an insurance policy to help me do so, but if not, right, who do we call? Who do we then bring in to find out what exactly happened? Are we going to get our data back when we pay this ransom? Do we pay this ransom? Can we negotiate on it? But while we're trying to figure that all out in the course of 10, 14 days, we're unable to operate our business. It's interesting when we look at, there's sort of cyber fraud, cyber crime. What's the delineation between that and cyber risk, and the expanding aspect that could encompass, right? Because we've seen, 90% of coronavirus related domains have been scammed, right? More than 530,000 Zoom accounts have been sold on the dark web. We've got, 5 billion, COVID-19 pages on the internet. So it really is pretty significant, right, as to the changing and complex environment that we all have to operate within right now. I think really the first step is understanding what is our risk, right? And what does that risk mean to our business? I think as we continue to shift into this digital operating environment and really, digital world where a large majority of the value creation is not in tangible assets, we're going to see an increasing reliance and some new product development around ensuring the risk and integrating that insurance with essential tools like your firewall, antivirus, employee awareness training, even a simple incident response tabletop exercise, right? Just knowing what to do, who to call, where to call, when an event happens can play a tremendous role in whether that incident lasts one day or 1 month and costs your organization $1,000 or $50,000. Starting with a risk assessment quantified so that it's contextual. Right. If you just tell me my risk is a 3 out of 5 and that's all you tell me, I have no idea what that means to my business. But if you tell me I'm a 3 out of 5 with a financial impact of $2 million, it starts to become contextualized, right? And if we take that a step further and we're able to demonstrate, okay, well, these are the controls that you should consider prioritizing an investment in because they're going to have the biggest impact in reducing your risk and financial impact. And this is how much you want to consider transferring via insurance. We can start to make sense of it all. I think what a lot of business owners would benefit from, certainly on the smaller side, is a solution that really brings it all together, right? That simplifies this complex risk.